Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping straight into the divine mandate for generations. We're going to unpack a deeply structured, honestly fascinating blueprint that was literally meant to activate future generations. It's this massive narrative of survival, restlessness, and a profound mandate that gets passed down through the ages. So if you've ever stopped and wondered about your own place in the grand continuum of history, well, the structure we're about to explore is going to give you a whole lot to think about.
Okay, let's dive right into this powerful opening quote. Behold, from their seed shall arise another generation, much afterwards. That right there sets up our central mystery. You see, the text isn't focusing on the immediate descendants. Actually, it's deliberately skipping forward in time to this restless generation that arises way, way after their righteous ancestors. You kind of have to ask yourself, why this specific generation? What makes them the absolute focal point of this ancient prophecy?
Section 1. The Righteous Survivor. To answer those questions and really grasp the massive shift that happens later, we absolutely have to start at the seed of the lineage.
According to the source, the origin point of this whole generational saga is incredibly focused. God leaves just one righteous man of Enoch's tribe, and Enoch, of course, is that ancient figure famous for entirely bypassing death, along with his whole house. This single survivor acts as the crucial anchor for the future, and he's defined by one unwavering trait: strictly doing God's pleasure according to his will. From this one solitary anchor point of faithfulness, a massive chain reaction gets set in motion.
Think of this as a timeline with three distinct eras. First up, we have Generation 1, Enoch's righteous tribe, acting as our faithful anchor. Then, we leap way forward to Generation X, that much afterwards generation we just mentioned. And finally, Generation Y, the thereafter generation. Keeping these three eras in the back of your mind is absolutely essential for grasping the sheer scale of this divine mandate.
Part 2. An insatiate generation arises. As time marches on and we move further away from that original righteous survivor, things start to change drastically.
The text describes this much afterwards generation using a really specific, heavy word, insatiate, meaning never satisfied, profoundly restless, and just always hungry. It's describing this deep, ancient, spiritual, or intellectual restlessness. Honestly, think of it as the ancient equivalent of an entire generation just endlessly doom-scrolling, right? Desperately searching for meaning and an anchor, but completely unable to find it on their own.
Part 3. Revealing the ancient books. So to cure this level of insatiable hunger, a standard fix just isn't going to cut it.
The text tells us that the Creator specifically raises this restless generation for one distinct purpose: to reveal to them the books of their father's handwriting. I mean, just imagine the sheer weight of that moment. Being handed the literal, handwritten wisdom of your ancient ancestors, preserved specifically for your exact moment in time. This revelation of ancient knowledge is the ultimate, custom-made antidote to their insatiable restlessness.
Part 4. Guardianship of the world. Now, as we move into the next phase, it becomes super clear that these revealed books aren't just for casual reading or historical curiosity.
There is a massive contrast between their original state and their newly forged destiny. They completely transform from an insatiate, restless generation into faithful men and workers of God's pleasure, who revere the divine name and do not acknowledge it in vain. The knowledge locked inside these ancient texts radically shifts their entire fundamental identity.
And the crucial point here is the immense title they are granted as a result. They're awakened from their restlessness to literally take up the guardianship of the world. Let that sink in for a second. That is an incredibly heavy, profound responsibility. They aren't just passive consumers of old wisdom. They are deputized to protect, guide, and guard the world based on the absolute truths they've learned from these handwritten books.
Part 5. A more glorified legacy. But here's the thing, the divine mandate doesn't just stop with them becoming guardians.
The ultimate goal of this ancient time capsule isn't just to cure one single generation's restlessness. It's all about intergenerational transmission. The text lays out this exact three-step process for how the wisdom has to be actively passed forward. Step 1, the handwritten books are revealed to the insatiated generation. Step 2, they are strictly commanded to tell another generation. And step 3, that subsequent generation will read those texts and be glorified. It's a continuous, unbreakable chain.
The ultimate promise we uncover here is truly remarkable.
By having this knowledge passed down and actively reading these ancient texts, subsequent generations aren't just preserving history, they are actually glorified thereafter, more than the first. Think of it like compounding interest, but for wisdom and honor. Every generation that faithfully reads and transmits this truth ends up creating a legacy even more profound than the righteous seed that started the whole shebang.
So as we wrap up, I really want to leave you with a final thought to ponder about your own place in this generational chain. If the ancient books of handwriting were revealed today, containing the ultimate unvarnished wisdom of your ancestors, would you be ready to step up as a guardian of the world? What does it truly take to overcome our own insatiable restlessness and carry vital wisdom forward to the next generation? Think about that, and never stop seeking clear, structured understanding.